In August 2003, several e-Universe employees with Friendster accounts saw potential in its social networking features. The group decided to mimic the more popular features of the website. Within 10 days, the first version of MySpace was ready for launch. Implemented using Cold Fusion, a complete infrastructure of finance, human resources, technical expertise, bandwidth, and server capacity was available for the site. The project was overseen by Brad Greenspan, eUniverse founder, chairman, and CEO, who managed Christy Wolf and Josh Berman and Tom Anderson, and a team of programmers and resource provided by eUniverse. The first MySpace users were eUniverse employees. The company held contests to see who could sign up the most users. eUniverse had used its 20 million users and email subscribers to breathe life into MySpace and move it to head of pack of social networking websites. A key architect was tech expert Tone Nguyen, who helped stabilize the MySpace platform when Brad Greenspan asked him to join the team. Co-founder and CTO Amber Whitcomb played an integral role in software architecture, utilizing the superior development speed of Cold Fusion over other dynamic database-driven server-side languages of the time. Despite over 10 times the number of developers, Friendster, which was developed in Java server pages, could not keep up with the speed of development of MySpace and CFM. For example, users could customize background, look and feel pages on MySpace. The MySpace.com domain was originally owned by YourZ.com Incorporation, intended until 2002 for use as an online data storage and sharing site. By late 2003, it was transitioned from a file storage service to a social networking site. A friend who also worked in the data storage business reminded Chris DeWolf that he had earlier bought the domain MySpace.com. DeWolf suggested they charge a fee for the basic MySpace service. Brad Greenspan nixed the idea, believing that keeping MySpace free was necessary to make it a successful community. MySpace quickly gained popularity among teenagers and young adults. In February 2005, DeWolf held talks with Mark Zuckerberg over acquiring Facebook, but DeWolf rejected Zuckerberg's $75 million offer. Some employees of MySpace, including DeWolf and Berman, were able to purchase equity in property before MySpace and its parent company, Universe, now renamed Intermix Media, was bought. In July 2005, in one of the company's first major internet purchases, Rupert Murdoch's News Corporation, the parent company of Fox Broadcasting and other media enterprises, purchased MySpace for $580 million. News Corporation had beat out Viacom by offering the higher price for the website, and the purchase was seen as a good investment at the time. Of the $580 million purchase price, approximately $327 million has been attributed to the value of MySpace according to the financial advisor Fairness Opinion. Within a year, MySpace had tripled in value from its purchase price. News Corp saw the purchase as a way to capitalize on internet advertising and drive traffic to other News Corporation properties. After losing the bidding war for MySpace, Viacom chairman Sumner Redstone stunned the entertainment industry in September 2006 when he fired Tom Fredston from the position of CEO. Redstone believed that the failure to acquire MySpace contributed to the 20% drop in Viacom stock price in 2006. Up to date of Freeston's ouster, Fredston's successor as CEO, Philippe Dolman, was quoted as saying, "Never ever let another competitor beat us out to the trophy." Redstone told interviewer Charles Rose that losing MySpace had been humiliating, adding MySpace was sitting there for the taking for $500 million. MySpace was sold in 2012 by News Corp for $35 million. In January 2006, Fox announced plans to launch a UK version of MySpace in a bid to tap into the UK's music scene, which they did. They released a version in China and launched similar versions in other countries. The 100 millionth account was created on August 9, 2006 in the Netherlands. On November 1, 2007, MySpace and Bebo joined the Google-led Open Social Alliance, which already included Friendster, HI5, LinkedIn, Plaxo, Ning, and 6apart. Open Social was to promote a common set of standards for software developers to write programs for social networks. Facebook remained independent. Google had been unsuccessfully in building its own social network site, Orkut, in the U.S. market and was using the alliance to present a counterweight to Facebook. By late 2007 and into 2008, MySpace was considered the leading social networking site and consistently beat out the main competitor, Facebook, in traffic. Initially, the emergence of Facebook did little to diminish MySpace's popularity. At the time, Facebook was targeted only to college students, and at its peak, the News Corp attempted to merge it with Yahoo in 2007. MySpace was valued around $12 billion. On April 19, 2008, Facebook overtook MySpace in Alexa rankings. Since then, MySpace has been continuing loss of membership. There are several suggested explanations for its decline, including the fact that it stuck to a portal strategy of building an audience around entertainment and music, whereas Facebook and Twitter continually added new features to improve the social networking experience. A former MySpace executive suggested that the $900 million three-year advertisement deal with Google, while being a short-term cash windfall, was a handicap in the long run. The deal required MySpace to place even more ads on its already heavily advertised space, which made the site slow, more difficult to use, and less flexible. MySpace could not experiment with its own site without forfeiting revenue, while rival Facebook was rolling out new, clean site design. MySpace CEO Chris DeWolf reported that he had pushed back against Fox Interactive Media's sales team, who monetized the site without regard to its users' experience. While Facebook focused on creating a platform that allowed outside developers to build new applications, MySpace built everything in-house. Sean Gold, MySpace former head of marketing and content, said, "MySpace went too wide and not deep enough in its product development. We went with a lot of products that were shallow and not the best products in the world. The products division had introduced many features, communication tools such as instant messaging, a classifieds program, a video player, a music player, a virtual karaoke machine, a self-service advertising platform, profile editing tools, security system, privacy filters, and MySpace book list, among other things. However, the features were often buggy, slow, as there was insufficient testing and measuring." Chairman and CEO Rupert Murdoch was said to be frustrated that MySpace never met expectations. As a distribution outlet for Fox Studio content, and missing the $1 billion mark in total revenues that resulted in DeWolf and Anderson gradually losing their status within Murdoch's inner circles of executives. Plus, DeWolf mentored Peter Chernin, the president and CEO of News Corp, who was based in Los Angeles, departed the company in June 2009. Former AOL executive Jonathan Miller, who joined News Corp in charge of digital media business, was in the job for 3 weeks when he shuffled MySpace executive team in April 2009. MySpace president Tom Anderson stepped down, while Chris DeWolf was replaced as MySpace CEO by former Facebook COO Owen Van Natta. A News Corp meeting in March 2009 over the direction of MySpace was reportedly the catalyst for the management shakeup. With the Google search deal about to expire, the departure of key personnel, MySpace CEO, SVP of Engineering, and SVP of Strategy to form a startup. Furthermore, the opening of extravagant new offices around the world was questioned, as rival Facebook did not have similar expensive expansions plans, yet it still attracted international users at rapid rate. The changes to MySpace executive ranks was followed by in June 2009 by layoff of 37.5% of its workforce, including 30% of its U.S. employees, reducing employees from 1,600 to 1,000. In 2009, MySpace implemented site redesigns as a way to get users back. However, this may have backfired, as it was noted that users generally dislike tweaks and changes on rival Facebook. MySpace has attempted to redefine itself as a social entertainment website, with more of a focus on music, movies, and celebrities and television instead of social networking websites. MySpace also develops a like-up with Facebook that would allow musicians and brands to manage their Facebook profiles. CEO Mike Jones has quoted as saying that MySpace now is a complementary offer to Facebook Incorporation. In March 2011, market research figures released by Comscore suggested that MySpace had lost 10 million users between January and February of 2011, and that it had fallen from 95 million to 63 million unique users during the previous 12 months. MySpace registered its sharpest declines in February 2011, as traffic fell 44% from a year earlier to 37.7 million unique U.S. visitors. Advertisers have been reported as unwilling to commit to long-term deals with the site. In late February 2011, News Corp officially put the site up for sale. It was estimated to be worth about $50 million to $200 million. Losses from the last quarter of 2010 were 156 million, over double the previous year, which dragged down the otherwise strong results of parent News Corp. The deadline for bids, May 31st, 2011, passed without any above the reserve price of $100 million being submitted. It has been said that the decline in users during the most recent quarter deterred several potential suitors. On June 29, 2011, Myspace announced to label partners and press via email that it had been acquired by Specific Media for an undisclosed sum, rumored to be in a figure as low as $35 million. CNN reported that Myspace sold for $35 million and noted that it was far less than the $580 million News Corp paid for Myspace in 2005. Rupert Murdoch went on to call the Myspace purchase a huge mistake. Time magazine compared News Corporation's purchase of Myspace to Time Warner's purchase of AOL, a conglomerate trying to stay ahead of the competition. Many former executives have gone on to further success after departing Myspace.